Coming up are my psychic predictions for 2018. I'm making these in September 2017. Now this is a short one. I've made lots of little segments in themes and I've put them all together as one long video if you'd like to watch that. So if you enjoy this one and you want to see the whole lot, I've put them on my website. Well, that's the best place to get to the YouTube, at psychics.co.uk. Alright, go to the website, you'll find the video there. These are my psychic predictions for the environment. Now, I put this top of my list actually because environment, I feel, in 2018 will see unprecedented things. I feel we're going to see a lot of earthquakes. I feel there's going to be a lot of volcanic eruptions and some very, very ferocious weather. Now, I have been saying for some years that we can expect this. It's not just because of global warming, but also I feel it's because of an increase in the actual activity of the sun. And this is something I think we'll start to see in the news through 2018. It's going to create some terrible hurricanes, and I feel we've had some, of course we had some terrible ones in 2017, but I think we've got worse to come. We're going to see America bombarded by this. We're going to see typhoons as well. That would be the ones in the east, as well. So we're going to get a lot of this. This is going to be throughout the year. Now, I've said that there would be a big eruption in Iceland and India. That's what I was talking about that last year, because I felt this was the beginning of this sort of upheavals in the environment and in the weather. Now that's not happened. We didn't get a big one in Iceland and we didn't get a big one in India, but I still feel that that's something on the cards. In 2017, I said in my predictions on my website, however, and on the video, on the YouTube video from last year, you can watch it if you like, I said, this is the words, I see volcanic problems around Italy, around the area of Vesuvius, and maybe the island of Ischia. Right? Now, sadly, the Ischia one in particular happened. That prediction came true to the letter because there was a deadly magnitude earthquake in Ischia of a 4.2 magnitude earthquake that hit Ischia on the 21st of August 2017. So this prediction kind of hit home for me actually when it happened, because my family were actually in Naples and on that very day we're planning to go to Ischia. So I was a bit worried for them, and I was kept asking, "Are you going to go this year?" And they, "No, we're not going to go." Thank goodness they didn't, because there weren't a lot of people killed, but it was the place was devastated, as you saw on the news. So they cancelled that trip, fortunately, on the very day that they were going to go. But sadly, Ischia saw a lot of destruction and deaths. Perhaps my personal connection somehow allowed me to see this happen. Sometimes if we're somehow connected with a prophecy, maybe I'm actually going to be in those places. So let's see. Okay, and I also said, this is to quote it again, exact words, USA experiences a serious drought during the summer of 2017 while Europe has floods. Again, this did happen. But I did not directly predict the hurricanes themselves. There was hints of it on the video, you might remember, but I should have seen the magnitude of this more so than I pointed out. Again, shows perhaps psychics are fallible. For 2017, I also spoke of a toxic cloud off Norway. That was the exact quote. Now this was wrong again, but it may have been something a bit close, seeing something a bit closer to home, because I don't know if you saw this in America, but off the White Cliffs of Dover in the UK, there was all the beaches had to be evacuated because of this mysterious toxic cloud that took over all the beaches. Everybody was coughing and spluttering. They couldn't understand what it came from. I think it might have been a submerged ships that's tanks burst or something, but it was quite a major thing. It was all main news here in the UK. So maybe I saw the right thing but didn't quite get it right. This is our fallibility again, but it was a weird thing to predict and a weird thing to happen, and it did kind of happen there. So perhaps you give me the benefit of that one anyway. But now here's some of my environmental predictions, psychic predictions for 2018. Now, I see another eruption of Vesuvius. I said about this year, but I feel they're going to have to perhaps evacuate Naples. I feel there's a big one coming there. This has been, you know, it's been sat dormant for a long time, that volcano, but I feel that there's going to be a number of serious earthquakes. I also think there's going to be a serious earthquake in New Zealand. In fact, 2018 will see a general increase in seismic activity worldwide, and in some unexpected places. This is something, note that, some very unexpected places we've not seen earthquakes and not seen volcanic activity for centuries. This could, you know, involve all sorts of places: Hawaii, America, and even places like Edinburgh in England, and places on the continent of Europe, you know, where we wouldn't normally expect them, you know, not normal volcanic and earthquake activity. That I feel there's a lot of that ahead, both in Europe and America. We're going to be getting some serious stuff with that. Now, the next prediction is that the southern seas will be impassable in places due to a massive break of ice shelf from Antarctica. I was talking about this right back in 2014, and actually if you do look at the news, they've been talking about ice shelves there as well. But it's been something that's been on my mind for a while, because I think when this goes, there's going to be something that's going to just disrupt the whole southern seas. I mean, we're not going to just see bits breaking off, we're going to see a huge section break off down there, and I feel that's due in 2018. Now, also on the environmental issues, there's going to be more wildfires in California and, I'm afraid, Australia. That's going to all blow up again in 2018, and there's going to be major flooding in India and China. We're going to see one of the worst monsoons of all time. I even feel Bangladesh is going to be affected as well, because I felt there would be flooding there. Now, those people there have already got troubles because they've had all the people from Burma flooding in with the refugees at the time I'm speaking, but I feel something that's really big is going to hit Bangladesh. I actually feel, this is another thing that's an additional one, is that I feel that Bangladesh is going to be part of India again. I don't think that's going to happen in 2018 exactly, but mark my words, one day I feel that India is going to expand its borders. It's going to start re-expanding, and I think Bangladesh might, because of these environmental things that keep hitting it, is going to actually voluntarily want to become part of India again and become under Indian administration. Alright, it feels as if things collapse. Okay, so if we make a prediction, I also feel we've got to think, you know, like I was talking about, that it's all consciousness. So what could we do? What should we do on the basis of these things, you know? Because the collective thoughts of all of us can become a sort of remedy to change things, you know? When I consult the Nadi oracles, they always give you a remedy. They say this is your future, but you can change it if you do these remedies, and they're usually spiritual sadhana of some sort, you know, sometimes ritualistic stuff and things. But the mystics say that the earthquakes are a result of bad karma caused by mankind's kind of disrespect for nature. You know, nature is kicking back. So, as well as taking practical care of the environment, which we should all do naturally, I mean, I think we should, in ourselves, become inspired by nature and the environment. You know, that very action is kind of a connection with the consciousness of Gaia, as it were, of the world's energy, of nature itself, you know. And if we can draw from the vibratory power of nature, then more of us are properly in tune with nature, see it as a conscious being. All things are conscious, like I was saying at the beginning of this. This is a theme I keep throwing back at you, that all things are conscious. So if all things are conscious, then surely if we connect better with nature, you know, if we genuinely connect with nature properly, each of us as individuals, we can help change that environmental crisis, I feel. It's not just about the physical things we do to the world, you know. We throw petrol into the environment and burn this and plastics and smokes, and we pollute the seas. Yes, that's going to come back on us. But we can do that, but we also need, I feel, to inwardly connect with nature. You know, once we begin to love nature, all of us, and we genuinely treat nature as a being, then maybe nature will find some way of correcting itself. Interesting thought, eh? Is the future set, or can we change it? In my new book, I take a mystical journey to India to do magical remedies that will change my personal destiny. I open a 5,000-year-old secret oracle that tells about what will happen in the future. I meet strange Siddha yogis with miraculous powers who show me how to eradicate the karma that drives events. What I discover changes everything. We can all change our destiny, and maybe together we can change the future of the world as well. Start making that change. My new book, Mystic Journey to India, that has now been made into a major international documentary series, is now available on Amazon.